This is another insensitive statement from the so-called first-class king of Yoruba land or Yoruba land or Ooni of Ife. They don't have sense. Honestly, they don't have sense. Anybody will not get woman feeling, no get sense. No, and like I always say, they say, "Well, respect people." You can't respect your respect or your status is not more than my life. My life is more. It supersedes any respect or any status. Anybody is all you know is having. You can imagine. Oni is saying that they don't bother. We are not bothered. We are not worried. We are not bothered about all these protests or whatever, because they would have been worried if only inflation were only in Nigeria. But what they are saying is that it's like that all over the world. So what is the big deal? What are you? Can a big deal, Ghana? In Lagos Island, when the talks were harassing the people, they said, "Are you the only people hungry?" You can imagine that they don't have sense. They don't have sense. Anybody who doesn't have human feeling, they open mouth and talk anyhow. The Ooni of Ife Oba Adeyeye Ernest Ogunwusi has said that Nigeria is not the only country going through economic hardship. Shey una don hear so. The monarch stated this on Tuesday during an interview on Tuesday on Channels TV's Politics Today. He recognized Nigerians' right to protest. However, he insisted that it must be peaceful, warning that the government's property should not be destroyed. Meaning that anytime, if you not like women and protest, so you know something and no protest, when you protest, you go back to your house. After all, the inflation no be only Nigeria dey, so wetin come be una wahala. Naija on Point reports that cost of living has spiked in Nigeria after President Tinubu ended the fuel subsidy and eased foreign exchange controls after coming to power in May last year. Inflation hit record level at 34.19% in June, with food inflation more than 40%, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. The police, military, and the Department of State Services (DSS) have warned against Kenya's tide protests. Speaking on the planned protest, the monarch described the economic hardship being felt in the country as a global phenomenon and urged the citizens to give Tinubu administration more time. He said, "We traditional rulers never said people should not go to the streets to demonstrate. It is their right. Even our political leaders confirm that they can do so." Must they confirm it? Is it not the constitution? Are they the one to confirm it, or the constitution that will confirm it? Myself, the Sultan of Sokoto, Mohammed Saad Abubakar III, and other traditional leaders across the country met Mr. President some days ago, and we had a very good meeting. Of course, now everything was paid for you. The food where you chop, your transportation, everything free. You don't buy fuel, you don't buy nada, everything. They will just be storing everything for you. The agitation is real. We know we have a lot of suffering in the country, and it is not only in Nigeria. We have global inflation, and it is everywhere, not only in Nigeria. If it were only in Nigeria, we would have been more worried. But what we traditional rulers are after is that our country should not be destroyed by us. It is a global phenomenon. We should be very sensitive about it. We should be very mindful of our country more than anything. We should focus on true patriotism, and also we that we are the owners of the country, and all the people of Nigeria are also the problem. We are traditional rulers. We must ensure public assets are not destroyed, and we must appeal so that they can give the current government a little bit of time to correct it, since it is a global thing. Yeah. Tribalistic Yoruba people, the process is sure useless people. During Jonathan administration, inflation was in Nigeria, abi. Can you see life? Ooni, it shows that you can't even talk to this man in a truthful way. Then why are you disturbing market women to stop selling their pepper at the rate of 500 naira? Well, that is a human being for you. I withdraw my respect for you. Sure, with all what we have and the resources, do we need to be in inflation? Commentators, what are we expecting beside crude oil? The more we depend on importation, the more the inflation eats us. Nigeria before used to produce a lot of locally. Where are those companies? If we go to bank to collect money, We all demand for 1,000 naira notes. Are we not the one killing? Can you see your telling is already? Can we see the nonsense with this one? The but they have the leaders, but the way the leadership is going, there is no indication it is actually heading to heading the appropriate economic direction towards correcting or minimizing the increasing impact of inflation. His positive assumptions seem different from the impact of his strategies and steps so far and need to change direction. What made him to ban market associations in his domain? But the way the leadership is going, they are not serious. That is the reality many pretenders are not ready to reckon with. You are among the pretenders. Check this man profile very well. You will see he is one of the Tinubu boys back then in Lagos. What do you expect? In the past 10 years, inflation is in South Africa is just 10%. Same with the exchange rate. In India, just 6%. If you bought anything in South Africa 10 years ago, you now know that it is 11, and South Africa are complaining. In the first prices, in the first past 1 year, prices of everything in Nigeria has gone to 350%. The exchange rate is the last year has gone up to 150%. Throughout OBJ and Jonathan tenure, exchange rates and price only went up to 5%. Under Buhari, it went to 250%. Nigerians are not fools. They are not fools. So guys, this is a unreasonable thing from these people. Leave your comment down there below and let us have your take. Thank you.